Paper and Board Limited, Unit Tirunelveli, was established in 2009 by Subraj Groups. SPB acquired this mill in 2011. The mill is based on RCM and ready pulp. The current production of the mill is 90,000 tons per annum. We are certified under ISO, Quality, Environment and Safety Management System, and we obtained FSC also. The entire paper has been formulated in the environmental concept recycling. Recycling is an eco-friendly environmental practice which reduces utilization of natural and environmental resources, resulting in reduced environmental stress. When the raw material is being selected for recycled fiber making, we have applied the sustainable development strategy on the evaluation of raw material, waste paper and other paper. So any paper to be selected for the de-inking process should be associated desirable. Of course, it is understood that the paper has a biodegradable material which shows that it is desirable based on the increasing global production every annum. And it is obvious that the product developed is being recycled about 70%. And there are regulations, government, both state and central government, are designed for recycling of waste paper for paper manufacturing. And of course, the statute regulations are need to be complied with organizations, and of course, bills are complying with the stipulated requirement by the government agencies. The material selected for the de-inking process is economically viable. It is obvious that the recycling of waste paper de-inking process is a fiber supplementing activity. There are different paper supplementation by replacing RCF pulp in paper making. The substituting recovered fiber in paper making reduces the energy cost. And of course, it is useful and we take active part in the circular economy. The raw material considered for the de-inking process should be environmentally sustainable. It is of course the paper making by recycled paper eliminates greenhouse emission, especially methane and carbon dioxide. As a result, the recycling is a prominent alternate for the crisis of climate change. The final strategy of retrieval, of course, waste paper collection and utilization is a defined process. There are well-established agencies and trays are available for collection of waste paper. Before taking the waste paper into process, we have fixed some standard for writing and printing paper. Because the waste paper collected and the recycled fiber manufactured out of waste paper should not get affected the quality of paper used material. Therefore, we have fixed some internal standards for our various grades of paper. We used to manufacture non-surfaces grades, surfaces grades, and corporate grades, both virgin and recycled grade copy. We have framed some standards internally to match with the recycled fiber incorporations quality. So we have sourced the recovered paper from it is mainly the printed and unprinted white type waste paper. We have sourced 8 grades of waste paper: sorted office waste paper, magazine, sorted white ledger, fly shell, number of cuttings from printing presses, and white record. SOP, SWL and flying shells are imported. And white records, number one cutting, magazines are indigenously collected from various sources. Different grades of white waste papers. We have analyzed to determine its quality in the laboratory. And of course, after serious analysis, we got the results that SWL, FLS, and number one cutting. In terms of quality, they are considered as number one, group one. SOP and white record, for its quality, it stands 2. And the magazine which is used for making fiber is rating as number 3, they consider as group 3. And as a result, we have taken this waste paper into de-inking process since 2018-19. We have 300 tons installed capacity of de-inking plant since the beginning, but we have not operated the plant till 2016-17. 17-18 we have operated, we have conducted some trials on de-inking plant. 2018-19 onwards, we have started gradually using different grades of waste paper. By large, SOP has been considered as the major raw material. We used 60 to 70% of SOP, and during 22-23, along with SOP, we have considered white record as the second raw material, highest raw material in RCF for making papers. We have identified that SOP mixing 60 to 70% in RCF making is considered as the primary raw material as the availability, as the quality and cost to be considered. White record, we can utilize mixed up to 40%. And we have started utilization of white paper from 5 to 40% during over the period of 4 years. We have optimized the ask of making with SOP and white record as they give the high brightness. The brightness is about 82%, and the ash content is considered as below 5%. Therefore, both SOP and white grades are suitable as for writing and printing grade pulpits. We have tested SWL, FLS, and number one cutting. All those three are highest brightness giving paper. We are able to get the brightness to 90% in some cases, SW is concerned. And FLS, number one cutting, together giving about 72 to 85% brightness. As far as the availability, cost is concerned, we have considered these three raw materials as the optional mix for paper grade. Of course, the magazine for its high ash content and high mechanical fiber content, we are not considered as a major raw materials for the RCF making. So we have selected both SOP and white record in the de-inking process. The initial brightness about 67 to 68%. We are able to get a brightness from 80 to 82% with a recovery or yield of about 66% as our regular waste paper raw material for de-inking purpose. The unique value we got between 52 and 55 ppm is again highly desirable for making high-grade writing and printing paper. Some of the glimpses of the de-inking process, waste paper feeding, pulping, and segregation of plastic waste, final pulp as 66% yield with 82% brightness. So while selecting the raw material for de-inking purpose, we have fixed some selection criteria. The raw material waste paper should have been long fibrous. It should be wood free, high drying and low ash content waste paper. It should be free from craft, newsprint or mechanical fiber. The waste paper should have the outflow should be less than 3%, including 2% plastic waste. And the product selected for DEP should be less fine fiber and lifeless material should be avoided. The RCF pulp manufactured from the DEP process should facilitate higher writing printing paper quality, as we are mixing with high grade writing and printing paper. The RCF content we have selected waste paper, we have made RCF pulp, and utilization or optimization of the RCF pulp in writing and printing paper has been determined based on the grades of paper produced. In non-surface paper, we have optimized 20 to 25% of RCF mix in the varnish, 15 to 20% used to mix for surface sized paper. In copier grade, recycled copier grade, we have touched 28 to 32%. In fact, we optimized 30% for export quality recycled copier grade. While mixing this RCF pulp in the furnace, we have never compromised the paper quality. Paper quality are described in the table. While mixing the RCF pulp in the regular furnace for making writing and printing grade paper, we are able to get 5% breaking length enhancement by use of the RCF pulp mix in the regular furnace. We are monitoring the dirt count in terms of percent uncertainty or within the level. The edit level of the final products we ensure it is not beyond the prescribed level, and the furnish also fixed for all the grades what we manufacture. Some of the copier grades paper we used to manufacture. The 30% recycled grade, it is export quality. We do it for American size and it is exported to USA. We mix some of the Indian grade, Indian size copier grade also 10 to 20% recycling fiber we are mixing, and some of the grades with Indian size we used to export in addition by using about 10 to 20% recycling fiber. We have checked the usage of RCF pulp in the paper. Up to 30% RCF mix can be used in making high bright copier grade. The copier grade contains about 93% brightness. Breaking length MPCT ratio is about good 2, and we are able to maintain the optical properties, strength properties, and functional properties within the desired product. As most of the importing countries are specific on RCF mix, it is desirable for making RCF mixed high grade writing and printing paper. And we made writing and printing paper, it is economically viable. Because pulp cost when compared with virgin pulp making, it is cheaper. We are getting premium price for 30% recycled grade copier, export grade copier quality paper. Sludge generated out of DEP process, plastic waste generated out of DEP process are the direct benefit to the circular economy. The high organic load in terms of pure and COD generated from the DEP operations is we are able to convert the good quality of biogas, and the biogas generated is being utilized in the boiler. As a result, we are able to reduce some fuel cost. There is a reduction in virgin pulp consumption to the extent of RCF pulp replacement. Definitely, the cellulose biodegradation is being controlled by using the recycling. Recycling of 1 ton of waste paper, of course, for making writing and printing grade, about 2 tons of wood is being reduced. It is about 70% less energy consumption and 98% less water consumption for making recycled paper. There is an opportunity for income and employment generation. Red tape, of course, it is an established activity. To conclude, we can make 60% SOP and 40% white liquor for making RCF pulp in order to make high grade writing and printing paper. And we are not requiring the magazine for as a raw material for making RCF pulp in high grade writing and printing paper as a mechanical fiber and high as intermediate mix oriented. We conclude that about 20 to 25% RCF mix is possible in NSS grade, 15 to 20% in surfaces grade, and 30% we are able to achieve in copier grade export quality. Finally, the RCF mix which helps the strength properties such as breaking length by 5% increase. Thank you very much.